Ever wondered if you're feeding your pet the right way or if you're falling for common myths? It's time to set things straight and debunk some of the most common misconceptions about pet feeding. First up, the myth of table scraps. Many pet owners believe it's perfectly acceptable to feed their pets leftovers from their own meals. However, this is not entirely accurate. Human food often contains ingredients like onions, garlic, and certain sweeteners that can be harmful, even deadly, to pets. Additionally, our meals don't provide the balanced nutrition pets need. So, while an occasional treat might not be harmful, relying on table scraps for their diet can be detrimental to your pet's health. Next, the notion that dogs are strictly carnivorous. While it's true that dogs are descendants of wolves and have a carnivorous bias, they are not strictly meat eaters. In fact, dogs are omnivores and require a varied diet that includes proteins, carbohydrates, and certain fruits and vegetables to stay healthy. Feeding your dog an all-meat diet can actually lead to nutrient deficiencies and health problems. Finally, we come to the classic image of a cat lapping up a saucer of milk. Contrary to popular belief, most cats are lactose intolerant. This means they lack the necessary enzyme to digest lactose in milk, which can lead to digestive upset. While kittens can tolerate milk, adult cats often can't, so it's best to stick to water and specially formulated cat food. Misconceptions like these can lead to improper feeding practices, which over time can negatively impact your pet's health. It's essential to gather accurate information and understand that what works for humans or one type of pet may not work for another. Now that we've debunked these myths, let's dive into the correct method of feeding pets. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into understanding your pet's nutritional needs, ensuring they live a healthy and happy life. Before we dive into feeding steps, understanding your pet's unique nutritional needs is paramount. Think of it as a puzzle, each piece representing a critical component of your pet's health. And the cornerstone of this puzzle is balanced nutrition. Just like us, our furry friends need a well-rounded diet to thrive. This means not just focusing on proteins, but also ensuring they get a good mix of carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. But here's the catch. The nutritional needs of a Chihuahua are not the same as a Great Dane. Similarly, a kitten's diet will differ from that of a senior cat. Size, breed, age, and health status all play a crucial role in determining what goes into your pet's food bowl. Let's take age, for instance. Puppies and kittens are little bundles of energy. They're growing and developing at a rapid pace. Hence, they require a diet high in protein and fat. On the other hand, senior pets are more sedentary, their metabolism slows down, and they need fewer calories to avoid weight gain. Breed and size are equally important. Larger breeds often need a diet formulated to support joint health, while smaller breeds may require more calorie-dense food owing to their fast metabolism. And then there's the health status. A pet with a chronic condition such as diabetes or kidney disease will have very different dietary requirements than a healthy one. They may need a specialized diet to manage their condition. Now you might be thinking, how on earth do I figure all of this out? That's where your vet comes in. They can evaluate your pet, consider all these factors, and help you determine the best diet for your pet's unique needs. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to pet nutrition. Every pet is a unique individual with their own specific dietary needs, and understanding these needs is the first step towards feeding them right. With your pet's nutritional needs in mind, you're ready to start feeding them correctly. Now let's walk through the correct method of feeding your pet. Firstly, we'll break down the feeding process into clear, manageable steps. The first step is to determine the appropriate portion size for your pet. This will depend on multiple factors including their weight, age, activity level, and overall health. For instance, a high-energy puppy requires more food than an older, less active dog. A rule of thumb is to feed your pet according to their ideal body weight. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to consult with your vet. Next, let's talk about feeding times. It's crucial to establish a routine for your pet. Generally, adult dogs and cats should be fed twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Puppies and kittens, on the other hand, require more frequent meals, usually 3 to 4 times a day. This is because they are growing and need more nutrients. But remember, the total amount of food should still correspond to their ideal body weight. Now, onto the balance between wet and dry food. Both types of food have their own benefits. Dry food, for instance, is good for your pet's teeth and can help control tartar. It's also more economical and less messy than wet food. Meanwhile, wet food is more palatable and better for hydration. The perfect balance depends on your pet's specific needs and preferences. A good starting point is to make dry food the main part of their diet and use wet food as a supplement or treat. Of course, we can't forget about the importance of providing clean, fresh water for your pet at all times. Hydration is just as important for pets as it is for humans. Always make sure your pet has access to a bowl of fresh water and change it regularly to keep it clean. Finally, let's discuss special considerations when feeding puppies or kittens and senior pets. Puppies and kittens require food that's specially formulated for their growth and development. These diets are typically high in protein and enriched with essential vitamins and minerals. On the other hand, senior pets may require fewer calories, but more fiber and certain nutrients to support joint health and overall wellness. Again, it's always best to consult with your vet to determine the most suitable diet for your pet's life stage. Remember, consistency is key in feeding your pet. It's not just about providing the right food, but also about feeding them at the right times and in the right amounts. And always take note of any changes in your pet's eating habits or weight, as these could be signs of underlying health issues. With all these steps in mind, you're well on your way to ensuring your pet is well fed and happy. Even with the best intentions, mistakes can happen. Let's talk about some common ones to avoid. First off, overfeeding. It might be tempting to show your love for your fur buddy through extra helpings of food, but it's essential to remember that too much of a good thing can be harmful. Overfeeding can lead to obesity and other health issues like diabetes and heart disease. Instead, aim for balanced, portion-controlled meals. To determine the right amount, consider factors like your pet's age, size, breed, and activity level. Next, inconsistent feeding times. Just like us, pets thrive on routine. Feeding your pet at irregular times can disrupt their internal clock and lead to digestive problems. So try to stick to a consistent feeding schedule. Breakfast and dinner at the same time every day can help regulate your pet's digestive system, making them happier and healthier. Now let's talk about treats. We all love to spoil our pets now and then, but it's important to remember that treats count towards their daily calorie intake. Feeding too many treats can lead to excess weight gain and nutritional imbalances. As a rule of thumb, treats should make up no more than 10% of your pet's daily calories. Instead of high-calorie store-bought treats, consider healthier options like fresh fruits and vegetables. But remember, not all human foods are safe for pets, so always check before sharing. Lastly, not considering your pet's individual needs. Each pet is unique, with their own dietary needs and preferences. What works for one may not work for another. For instance, a young active dog will require a different diet than an older, less active one. Always consult with a vet or a pet nutritionist to ensure your pet's diet is tailored to their specific needs. Avoiding these common mistakes can greatly contribute to your pet's health and happiness. So let's make sure we're not just feeding our pets, but nourishing them, because they deserve nothing but the best, right? Feeding your pet correctly is both an art and a science. We've journeyed through debunking pet feeding myths, setting the record straight about what's good and what's not for our furry friends. We've delved into the heart of understanding your pet's unique nutritional needs, emphasizing the importance of well-balanced meals for sustaining their health and vitality. We've also walked through a step-by-step guide to feeding your pet, underscoring the necessity of a consistent routine for their diet. Remember, consistency is key to helping them digest their food better and avoid health issues. We've highlighted common mistakes in pet feeding, reminding you to steer clear of overfeeding or underfeeding, and the pitfalls of giving them human food that might be harmful. All these points are crucial in ensuring the well-being of your pet. So take them to heart. With these tips in mind, you're well on your way to ensuring your pet is well nourished and happy.